8-7 gives Callie a pair of sevens, but it gives Lucrative a pair of queens. Comfy's going to turn a set of sixes. Callie, the open ender now. Lucrative going to go $35 with his top pair. Callie's going to call with his 7 and his open ender. Comfy just going to call. He's not going to raise with that set. Ace of clubs on the river. Nobody has a club. Set of sixes will be good.
I got trip sixes.
Checks through.
Bro, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I told you, this is my first stream.
The Taco Bell has not gotten to me. I'm well experienced with that stuff. You see, top pair for both players.
I'll make it small.
Neither player likely to have a kicker that's playing by the end of this.
See, that's weird. Why are you calling if you're...
Because you said that's what she said, Joe.
Yeah, but you got the... check it. No, you definitely got the queen. He knows it too. Bang.
Don't say bang.
See the turn check, check.
Is that call in or is that just
That's 5.
You see Comfy make a mint bet on the river.
respectful min raise?
And Lucrative gonna click it up to $10, chop it up.
All right. Nice.
Check through. And the turn is gonna pair the 5 Lucrative now with trip 5s. And Comfy's gonna pick now to go for a bet with top pair, no kicker, aces and 5s with a queen playing. Lucrative gonna call. Trips with no kicker for him. Relatively safe 4 of clubs river. Lucrative's 5 will be best. Comfy gonna make it $80.
I can't explain the feeling of wanting to be right, but I put out a blocker bet for this exact reason. If he raised, I was going to fold, but because he did raise, and this is the guy that had been raising me the most, I thought that it was just a chop and he wanted to get me off a chop pot. That's where my head was at.
Weird spot for Comfy. He's calling, expecting to chop it best, most likely, as that 10 kicker does not.
I'm going to the tank for like 2 minutes, call, and very wrong.
Flop. 7 in the window. And an 8 set over set. Dave is very likely to stack Comfy here.
So the stream literally ends in like 30 minutes, and I'm thinking this is the best spot I could possibly be in because I have been playing relatively tight, and this is kind of not out of line, but also kind of a weird hand because pocket sevens is like the bottom set, but that's still such a strong hand. Oh man, dude, I got so sick. So when he bets here and I go for the raise, I'm trying to extract value from flush draws. And when he doesn't raise and he just calls here, I then have my one-track mind set that he has a flush draw. And possibly with like an ace, the ace like high flush draw of like hearts. So he's got top pair and a flush draw is like what I'm putting him on. And I just feel like he can't put me on sevens, but I think now I know he does, but it's just so sick. So I put out a bet. It's a pretty big one too. It's 225, and he like raises me like I think all of it, like almost all of it. I snap call, and I'm just sick.
We see Comfy drawing to 1 out, the case 7. Can it happen? It does not. Set of 8s will hold. And which attracts some more calls, which attracts a four-way flop of 10-4-3 with spades. Comfy's pair of fours, the best hand that we know about. We don't know what Dave has. Ten is going to pair on the turn. Lucrative going to fire another bullet, thinking maybe he can get his opponent off of a 4 or 3 by the river, or perhaps thinking he can get value from the spade draw, which will miss. 6 on the river. And Comfy is now going to lead this river for 65. Not that big of a river lead, but interesting spot here because he's now forced Lucrative to have a hand, or invited Lucrative to bluff, which he does put in a raise. That graphic incorrect. It looks like he made it 175. Comfy called and is going to win this pot.
On YouTube, there should be a share, and then copy. Like,
We see Comfy with queen 3. Checks through. 6 on the turn. Did not improve anybody that we know about. Lots of checking, lots of checking. Callie might be thinking about this. We don't know what he's got. We do know what Comfy's got. He is going to call that $100 bet. Comfy trip threes what is up to this river, which is another 10. A 3 good for Comfy though. Callie having just a missed straight draw. He's going to bluff at this. He's going to make it 225, about half pot. That 10 is a terrible river for Comfy. And Comfy does call. Callie mucking as he had just a pair of